Let me know if you want to practice some more. Next time we'll make it a little more challenging.
Yeah, I want. Hey,
Yeah?
no, I want some more practice.
Excellent. Follow me to the targets and we'll begin.
Okay. It's a long walk.
My older brother took me out hunting a lot when I was little.
Ooh.
At the time, it was difficult to keep food on the table, let alone have enough left over to sell at the market. So whenever we came across more than one deer in a single location, it was imperative we kill as many as we could. If you can learn to keep your composure and trust that each shot is true, then you should be able to quickly handle multiple targets.
So what am I doing here?
When I tell you to, try and hit each of the 3 closest targets in 8 seconds.
Alright.
I'll count to 3 and then say go. You have 8 seconds to hit each of the 3 targets.
Okay.
Draw string and get ready.
Ready.
1, 2, 3. Go! Be careful. You did it.
I
All
did
3
it.
targets in 8 seconds.
Yeah, I did.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Let me know if you want to practice some more.
I do.
Next time we'll make it a little more challenging.
Come back here. Come back here.
Great job hitting those targets.
Thank you.
You definitely surprised me with your speed and composure.
Ah, let's do it some more.
Excellent. Follow me to the targets and we'll begin.
I didn't know this was here. This is cool.
We've talked about speed and composure. Now we'll go over precision.
Ooh.
Oftentimes you won't be able to get as close to your prey as you'd like, and you'll have to settle with a long shot.
Very true.
However, with such a long shot, it's more than likely that's the only shot you'll be able to take before your prey runs off. If you find yourself in such a situation, then you need to make your shot count.
Right.
Don't rush your shot.
Okay.
Crouch down, get comfortable, and take aim.
Okay.
Okay, your turn. Try and hit the target way in the back, far behind the other 3. To take your time and make your shot count. Be careful. Nice shot.
Yeah!
On target. Let me know if you want to practice some more. Next
Hang on.
time we'll make it a little more challenging.
Hang on. Wait. Wait. I want to practice some more. Actually, we should go in. We're getting cold. Let's go in and have lunch, huh, Freya? I'm sure she won't mind, or at least have lunch by the fire. I don't think she'd mind that at all. Let's make some spots to sit on the ground. So, let's see here. No, wait. Alright, Freya. We're gonna stay here for a while. So you just stay close to me, okay? Okay, well, she'll sit in the chair. That's fine, then. And I'm gonna make some food. How about we make some food, huh? We have some lunch. Do I have any food on me? I do not. Hang on. Let me go get some food from Allie. That's not what I wanted. Wrong button. Alright, what do we got here? Apple cabbage stew. I've got a lot of that, so I'm gonna take 3, and then we're all gonna have some apple cabbage stew. It's the least I can do for her. I wouldn't say she's really training me, but I think it's just fun. I'm having fun. Squeeper's enjoying it. Or, no, here's what we should say, because I am actually learning stuff from this. Freya, okay, get off the horse. Get off the horse. Freya, There you go. Squeeper's actually enjoying this. No, since it is actually increasing my archery, we can just say that she's an incredibly talented archer. Even though Squeeper is a really good archer, she actually is teaching him stuff. So that, I think that's a better way to look at it. Now, I'm going to eat all 3 of these just because it's going to be like the 3 of us shared a meal. Sure. So it's like the 3 of us all shared a meal. We'll wait until I, warm up. There we go. Completely warm. And let's go do some more archery, shall we? You can stay here if you want, Freya. You okay? Hey.
What do you want, little
More
elf?
practice.
Excellent. Follow me to the targets and we'll begin. We've talked about composure, speed, and precision. Now it's time to use all 3 at once.
Okay.
I'm warning you now. This challenge will be quite difficult.
Okay.
Just remember everything I've taught you, and you should be able to complete it. It may take you a couple of tries, but that's what practice is all about.
What do you want me to do?
When I tell you to, try and hit all 4 targets in 10 seconds.
Okay.
I'll count to 3 and then say go. You have 10 seconds to hit each of the 4 targets. Draw string and get ready.
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Go! Be careful. Time's up. Better luck next time.
What? Oh. Hang on, where are you going?
Yes?
Want to try again?
Sure. Until next time.
Ah, it took too long.
I'll count to 3 and then say go. You have 10 seconds to hit each of the 4 targets.
Alright.
Draw string and get ready.
Actually, let's go for this one first.
1, 2, 3. Go! Be careful.
Did I miss? I missed, didn't I?
Time's up.
Boo!
Better luck next time.
Hang on! I'm gonna get this.
Sure. Good day. I'll count to 3 and then say go. You have 10 seconds to hit each of the 4 targets. Draw string and get ready. 1, 2, 3. Go! Be careful.
Did I miss again?
Time's up. Better luck
Did I
next
miss
time.
again? Wait. No. I'm gonna get this. Hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Yes?
I'm gonna do this.
Sure. All right then.
Oh, man. Alright.
I'll count to 3 and then say go. You have 10 seconds to hit each of the 4 targets. Draw string and get ready. 1, 2, 3. Go! Be careful. Time's up.
Ah,
Better luck next time.
man. Hang on.
Speak, elf.
I'm gonna get this.
Sure. All right then.
Yeah, we're saying that she's definitely
I'll
like
count
an
to 3
expert
and
archer.
then say go. You have 10 seconds to hit each of the 4 targets. Draw string and get ready. 1, 2, 3. Go! Be careful.
missed that one,
Time's
didn't
up. Better luck next time.
No! Wait! I'll get this!
Huh? Sure. Here, take these.
Thank
Looks
you.
like you're running low. I'll count to 3 and then say go.
Wait.
You have 10 seconds to hit each of
Wait.
the 4 targets. Draw string and get ready. 1, 2, 3. Go! Be careful.
Freya, you were totally in the way.
You did it.
Oh!
All 4 targets in
Yay!
10 seconds.
I did it!
Nice.
Woo! 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 I'm very happy with myself, actually.
Yeah?
I want some more practice?
I think I've taught you everything I know. You might even be as good as me now. Kind of scary if I think about it.
Thanks for helping me out.
It was my pleasure. It's not often I get visitors out here, let alone friendly ones. Thanks for sticking around and keeping me company.
You're
It was
welcome.
nice to finally meet someone out here who doesn't want to rob you or take off your head.
I know the
I
feeling.
know it isn't much, but here, take this bow. It was given to me by my family. It's special to me, but brings back too many painful memories.
No.
2 Imperial drunks who thought they already did. Part of the reason I'm living out here.
So,
Remember, composure and speed. You don't need to see your arrow hit before moving on to your next target.
thank you. That was so cool. I'm gonna warm up by the fire again. Let's see what the bow she gave me. Pretty sure it's not as good as what I already have, but he's gonna keep it, and then if I ever get like a place, like a house or something like that, I'll like mount it on the wall or something. Yeah, it's only 19, so it's not better than what I've got. But that was cool. I love how these little things. I just love all the little things you can find in Skyrim. This is just neat. Alright, now we gotta go face that guy. Oh, that's gonna be fun. How do we get up there? I gotta go fight a dragon. Woo! Okay. So, you won't say anything else?
Huh?
Nope. Okay.
Remember, composure and speed. You don't need to see your arrow hit before moving on to your next target.
Let's go, Freya.
Shot this through.
Time to go face the dragon. But how do we get to it? Whoa, careful, Allie. I have no idea how we're supposed to get up to there. I guess we go around this way? I don't know. Let's... Oh, hey, we're here. Alright, stay here, Allie. Hello? And I think Squeeper wouldn't be... He'd be freaked out, obviously, but he knows Akatosh is the dragon god or whatnot, so... Hello? Hello?
Greetings, traveler. It's not often we get visitors this far up the mountainside, but I'm sure Vachlokmir is pleased to have the company.
Valhakmir? Is that a pet dragon? I think I would. I'm so jealous. I think Squeeper would think it's neat, kind of, and scary.
Vachlokmir is not a pet. If anything, I am his.
Valhakmir must be its name. I'm somewhat familiar with the dragon tongue. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, do you speak dragon? How wonderful! Maybe that will get Vachlokmir talking. He's very loyal, but very shy.
Where did you two meet?
To the north, in the forest of Falkreath. I was tracking an elk with hoofprints as big as the white stag of legend. I meandered through the forest, my eyes fixated on the dirt, when I found the track stamped over by a much larger print. It was the size of a human torso, with 3 talons as sharp as the daggers smithed in the Skyforge. Amazed, I dropped to a knee to study the footprint. As I ran my fingers across the edges, a long shadow crept over my body, and it wasn't until then that I took my eyes off the ground.
What did you do?
I shrieked so loud that the birds and the cicadas fled from the trees. Suddenly, I was face to face with an actual dragon. Once I was all out of screams and all out of breath, I realized I was still alive. That's when I noticed the arrow lodged into his wing. He doesn't like it when I say so, but Vachlokmir is very sensitive. The wound was minor, but I knew he needed my help. So I reached for an old hunter's salve I had in my satchel, and I decided to heal him.
That was brave of you. I hope I could have done the same.
It kindles my heart to know that there are those who judge not by fear and rumor, but by truth and honor. Vachlokmir did no more than grunt when I dug my hands into his scales and climbed up his great back. Even now, I can't look at him without marveling the divine's work. Its scale was as large as a shield and just as sturdy.
How did you remove the arrow?
I maneuvered his spine, grabbing fangs of rock that jutted from his skin. The arrow was right there, near the crook where his body met his wing. Having already removed the arrowhead, all that was left was to pull out the shaft. I whipped the sweat off my palms and stood up on its back. I clutched the arrow by the fletchings, yanking it out with all my strength. Too much strength. The force of it made me lose my balance. I would have fell to the ground and croaked my skull, if Vachlokmir didn't swivel his head around to catch me.
Interesting. So you rescued a dragon. How did you end up here?
To the north, in the
Oh, poop.
It was the... As I ran my fingers across the edges, once I... So I reached for an old hunter's salve I had in my...
I gotta make sure it's highlighted yellow before I click on it.
I can't. But even after I applied the poultice and the healing spell, Vachlokmir was in no condition to fly. Mentally, anyway. And it wasn't long before some of the other hunter folk came stumbling through in search of prey. There were 2 of them, dressed in scale armor, with bright silver coins of light shining off their chest plates.
What did you do?
When I heard their voices laughing through the trees, I dove into the thickest of grass and lay in wait, my dagger clenched between my teeth. The hunters, meanwhile, drew their weapons, their eyes mesmerized by the great beast that lay wounded before them. Most would have fled at the sight of Vachlokmir, but when the dragon covered at the sight of them, it only gave them courage.